Hey everyone, it's the Blazer King with King's Critiques, here for summertime rendering, because as you know, we're watching it on a not exactly legal site, but we do have the legal connections with it to argue if someone tries to question me in the future. But that said, if you're hyped up for this episode and really irritated about how hot summer can get if you're in that right part of the world for it, because your air conditioner is a pain in the ass to put in, don't forget to hit the like button prematurely before I even say it for the normal part of the intro, which is if you haven't seen the episode yet by the time you see this upload, do go ahead and pull me up alongside to listen to my comments as it goes along, or leave me running in the background, let me get the watch time, I think, and that would be much appreciated, as would be, of course, hitting the like and subscribe button, because as you know, not as many people who turn on the content are subscribed as they could be. With all that out of the way, let us get started with my favorite series of the season. Oh, so she recorded a video ahead of time? Oh? Interesting. Accurate. Hmm. Well, that's what happens when they're the same person and the shadow isn't psychotic. Well, yeah, we know everything started with Shiori. That's literally how this story started, was as you rescued Shiori, you ended up dead, and then all this shadow stuff happened. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It is really cool how they portray him when he shoots himself in the head. Scoos. Thanks for shopping us at SVC. Excuse. Oh, and now her picture got taken, so that created her shadow. Is she wearing a hat that says saute? That's kind of weird. Scoos. Where mostly everyone will die. I mean, she kind of called you on that. And that's the Shadow Ushio. Just casually welcome the real Ushio home. No, no, she hasn't. Excuse. Well, duh, you're the Shadow. Correct. Scoops. Well, she's not as freaked out about the Shadow seeing her naked as most people would be, because it is her, so. Bitch, if she wanted you dead, you would have been dead 17 times over by now. Brat. This sign that says "Don't go in here" makes you want to go in here more, right? Oh, hell yeah! Okay, god damn it. Let me just raise a point about how she just said that. Bitch really just said you. Y-E-W. I don't care what kind of dialect you're using. Nobody, nobody would write you like that. Even fucking people from, like, the South, which is the Americanized version of the dialect they're using. Like, well, not the South, but, like, you know what I'm talking about. That's not a thing people do. It's a thing stupid people might do. But that's not a thing people do. Not that I've ever seen. Like, I've seen lots of slang, and the only time I've seen you written like that is just from a dumb person. Honestly, I'll accept the letter U. But I guess you can't do that in subtitles, or that'll be more weird. Even though that just looks stupid, but whatever. That's the main strike I'll give to the subtitle writers from this, because everything else is due to the dialect. That was just dumb. So she knew about the shadows beforehand. Oh, speaking of shadows, they ran into one. Like, just a shadow creature, not even Shiori. Except for there's already a shadow version of you, so. Yes, the shadow's weakness is the shadow. Good shit. Yeah, the shadow thought she was going to be weirded out about what just happened. Oh, and if the one that's already a clone of the real person takes a picture of the individual limb, it repairs that limb. I mean, that sucks for, you know, the shadow that's alive in present time, but pretty much. So that's when they recorded that video. So, the shadow felt emotion from basically being called human. Fair. Oh, so she can actually fight now? Instead of just be a distraction? Oh, they just willingly went back into the past. He didn't even have to die this time. That's actually pretty good. I don't know, kid. I'll eventually be tempted to eat some shrooms. Then again, I'm into that kind of stuff, and I haven't eaten shrooms. But that's just more I can't get past the texture. I'm weird, I know. I'm into the use of all natural stuff, and yet. Though, if it doesn't come from the earth, don't use it. Well, first you take off the ring, and second, I just pick you up and yeet. Yeah, I think one is more awkward than the other. I wonder if that little girl was a shadow too and was a distraction. See, that's probably the best place for them to for the shadow to be is in the war. So they seem to actually have a pretty good strategy going into things. So where did they fuck up? Or did the real Shiori somehow come to and think it was the shadow and oh no, it was the shadow. Okay. I don't think a little girl could have strangled an adult to death even if it was by mistake. Okay, so that's how the real one died, was to protect the little girl in the shadow. But then the shadow resurfaced and ended up getting Shiori anyway. Big rip. So she wasn't pointlessly heroic. She knew 100% what was going on. But hey, here's the plus side of if he gets along with the shadow. Oh, so did the actual Shiori die anyway, and both the shadow and the real Shiori got to the surface? Or both the shadow, Kofo, Ushio, and Shiori got to the surface? No, it seems like she was assimilating the shadow Ushio. Oh, that's a depressing road to have all that way. Like, how it started was initially depressing, but Just the entire way that that went, that was kind of fucked up. Understandable, bro. Because he's already lived through so many people dying over just the past, like, 3 days. At least 3 days. Since he's relived that 3 days, like, 3 times by now. Oh, um, that's very bad. Oh, that's Mother Shadow. Oh, that's not good. Th- oh, that's even worse. He has the imprint of a shadow on his arm. Did his left eye go back to being just black, or no, no, don't you go to the credits yet. I need to see if his left eye went to being black. No, it's still blue. So he still has the time travel power. She didn't yank that from him. She just made him aware that she knows of him. See, now, for most of the other shows of this season, I would say that that was like a tell that we were getting close to the end of the season, but, well, it's only episode 9. But here's the thing about that, even if it was episode 11 and not 9, this is 25 episodes. So we have so much more of the. Jesus, excuse me. So much more of the show to go. I've already stated once, I'll say it again. This is one of the best shows. Personally, I think the best show of the season. There are a lot of good shows out right now, but I'm still calling this as the best show of this season, and maybe even next season. Because, I mean, just as a whole, not even comparing it by genre, because there are no other horror or science fiction shows out that I'm watching right now of this level. It's just so fucking good. And honestly, overall, if we're talking shows that could have been the best of the season, a close runner up could have been Shikimori, but it's just wasting our goddamn time with special episodes that have commentary over them. For one, that's my fucking job. Fuck the voice actors. For two, why are you gonna waste time with that in the middle of the show? Wait until the season's over and then redo it with the subtitles like a fucking DVD set or something. But as for this show, the better show, I really do love it. Like, I like seeing that little glimpse back into the past to see what kind of differences there were of the information that we were allowed to see. And yeah, just the way the plot is unfolding is just wonderful. And ah, there's a lot of words and adjectives I could throw out just to seem smart, but I'm not going to. Because that ain't how I am. I write how I do, I talk how I do, and, well, normal human beings would hit that like button. But first, don't forget to comment down below your thoughts of the series, the characters, the plot, etc. of this show so far. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment about any other shows I should watch this season, next season, or in general. Should have said that like a minute ago. Subscribe to my main channel in the description down below. Ring both bells like Facebook, follow Twitter to keep updated with stuff. Don't forget to follow me on... Or yeah, ring both bells like Facebook, follow Twitter, keep updated with things. Sorry, I've only been up for an hour and it's still really hot. Follow me on TikTok where I upload benches once in a while. Follow me on Twitch. Sub there for benefits. Can do so with Twitch Prime for free. And until next time, where all the subscriptions help me immensely, by the Blaze of King with King's Critique. Sign out. Ta-ta for now. Peace.